Okay, hello there and welcome to a little tutorial on how to play Davy Graham's Leaving Blues. Hopefully you've seen my cover of it, my playthrough, and I'm going to try and break it down in a fairly relaxed manner. I hope you have the Guitar Tab PDF in sight as well to go along with this. That should make it super easy. Okay, so cracking on, Dadgad tuning of course. Davy Graham famous for pioneering this tuning. And let me start with the intro here. I'll just play it really slowly. So we have a low D, followed by harmonics on the 12th fret, on the highest two strings, and then pull-offs, 12, 10, 10, 9, 9, 7, 6. Bass note harmonics, and then hammer-ons and pull-offs. Leave that first finger on the 6 there, and then bring your middle finger over to the 6 on the middle D, and do a bend. And when you're playing that properly, you should have a few notes ringing out there. We should have the low D ringing out, that 6th fret here, and then this also, all ringing out to create a nice chord there. Okay, then we have some frantic hammer-ons and pull-offs done with our first and little finger. You're going to be tapping your little finger down 4 times, but it's really not the end of the world if you do more or less. Is an approximation, and I imagine Davy Graham never played this quite the same way twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're doing bass note followed by 1 hammer-on, move up, back down, hammer-on, bass note 3. So I'm doing all of that section with my first and little fingers here, and then the last bar of the intro I play the bass note harmonics, and then I'm squeezing behind the note here to get the pitch bend there, which is a super cool trick. Not something you want to overdo, but when you hear that just every once in a while, it sounds nice. And just watch out for that nut bend knocking your tuning out. When I was recording my video, it kept knocking the tuning out on my other guitar because I had really old strings on. Newly strung this guitar. Okay, so we're moving on into the riff now, the main section of the song, and it's all based on octaves on the 2 A strings, which you're going to use your middle and 3rd fingers for. And let me play this here. So I'm going bass note, 2, 3, 7. Pick the octave with my thumb and middle finger, and then double up that higher note with my index finger. Might take some getting used to playing 2 different fingers on the same string. And then the next bar, just bringing in the G string at the end there to add a bit more warmth to it. So let me repeat that like you would do 4 times. And then when the vocals start, the 5th fret and 7th fret kind of swaps around, so now we're going to the 5th fret first. Okay, on this 4th time round of the singing, we just do a quick bend on 6th fret. Obviously this might not have been done every time as well, and we're just going off what I could hear transcribing as well. So if you want to do something different there, that's also fine. And then we move into a bar chord. We're going to bar all 6 strings. We're not going to play the high E, but we'll use all the others. And then we need our little finger 2 frets higher on the G string. So it's kind of a 5, 5, 5, 7, 5. And then we're going like this. So I'm going like thumb, pinch, thumb, index, pinch, pinch, thumb, index. And then move down 2 frets. And then playing this bass. So picking the low E, picking 3rd fret, slight bend, and then pull off like that. And then we're back to the main riff. Now we're up to our bar chord on 7th fret, same shape. And then the same kind of bass run but on the middle D string. And back to the main riff. So I'll play that, I'll play the whole verse. It's a bit early in the morning for me singing right now. Imagine the vocals coming in from when I start here. I'll play it really slow. And there we go, there's the full verse. And essentially, as long as you're playing that riff and then these G to F chords and A to G chords, you can do what you like. Feel free to add your own variations. Don't stick to this completely if you don't want to. Okay, so now we're on to the solo, which is of course quite mad, and this is just my transcription of it. It's pretty close. I think it's the closest anyone's got to writing out the solo, but I can't vouch for it being 100% accurate. But let me take you through what I've got for this solo. So it starts with a kind of thumb to index finger bass part, bending that 3rd fret there. That should be quite straightforward, and then 3rd finger comes down on 3rd fret D string, and then we've got a kind of triplet hammer on 1st fret of the B string here, like that. 1, 2, 3, hammer, 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 like so, and then we're going. Now this is one of my favourite things that I've learned from working this out, this bluesy hammer on and pull off here, where we're pinching the G string and the high E, hammering onto the 1st fret G string and then coming back down to the 3rd fret D string. Getting a really nice bluesy sound there with the flattened 5th, and then go to your minor 3rd there. There's the following phrase, which I play all with my 3rd finger. Then I'm going to swap to my 1st and middle fingers. So I'm doing a kind of pinch of this chord here, which is open, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open, and I'm doing pull-offs from my middle finger here, like so. And then I'm into this really frantic pull-off section, where I'm going 3, 1, 0 on the B string to an open G, and you do that 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you've got hammer, 1, pull off, open G, 3rd fret to D, pull off. Let me play all of that. Okay, and then we have these pinches on the top 2 strings. I'm using my middle and 3rd finger for the pinches. And the pull off. And then pinching with my index and middle on the G and B. We're on to the 3rd page now, 2 hammers. Back to this 3rd shape, which is slide up 2 frets. And now we're on to another of my favourite bends, on the flat and fifth again, this time up on the 6th fret D string, which I bend down towards the ground. Like that, pinching out the highest 2 strings as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 without the high strings, and then move down to 3rd fret. And then some alternate. And that's the whole solo section. So hopefully you've followed that along and you can practice each little kind of 2-bar chunk or whatever individually. Let me play it all through really slowly. The meter is a little bit weird. I don't feel like it's always in 4/4. So please bear with me, but I'll play it as steadily as I can, nice and slowly. 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's that solo section. That's going to take you a good few hours of practice, I would imagine. So yeah, we've had the intro, we've had the verse, which goes around twice, then that's the solo. We then go back to a verse, a few times of the riff just instrumentally. Interestingly, it doesn't do the kind of swapping of the 5 to 7 in the same way. You simply play the verse riff where you go 2, 3, 5 even when he's not singing. And then the vocals will start with I'd rather see my coffin come in over that same riff. Let me take you through the kind of outro. It's more of this kind of flat and fifth bending up here. Not bending, sorry, hammer on and pulling off. On my playthrough, I kind of filled in the gap here by doing a little extra strum. Same thing again. Hitting the open G. And then this is the outro now where on the studio recording it's kind of fading out by this point. But I worked out what I could, so we've got a kind of descending octave. And then octaves where you kind of walking with your 2 fingers up on that B string. Like we did earlier, so you do the pinch with your middle finger, and then pick the same string again with your index finger. To it, just end with the harmonics. On the recording it's just simply a fade out. Okay, great, so I'll just finish off by having a slow playthrough of everything, and I hope this has really helped. Got the tab there as well. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So nice and slowly. going to go into the solo now. So you'd be back to the main riff here. I'm just going to go into the outro. Okay, there's a slow playthrough of Davy Graham's Leaving Blues. Hope you enjoy having a go at this. It's been a real challenge, but a, a joy to work this out, to learn it for myself and show other people how to do it. So take care, see you again, and have fun playing.